bilvavi, mishkan evne, mishkan evne, bilvavi, mishkan evne, mishkan evne. In my heart, I will build a tabernacle. And in that holy indwelling place, I will put an altar from which I will offer up my soul as my sacrificial offering. Hi, I'm Aviva Chernick, and I'm glad to be with you for this moment. These opening words by Elazar Azikri are the companion for the following teaching. And the teaching is based on Seder HaAvodah, which is the service of the high priest on Yom Kippur. Seder HaAvodah is a section added to the Musaf service only for Yom Kippur. It begins with poetry and moves into description of the priest's preparation in the lead up to Yom Kippur and their ordination, the specific details of preparation for the high priest, and its preparation for the core content of Seder HaAvodah, which is 3 confessions given by the high priest. 1 on behalf of himself, the 2nd on behalf of himself, his family, and his tribe, and the 3rd on behalf of all the people. So with all the people waiting outside, the high priest goes inside to the Holy of Holies, emptied out, alone with the divine. He turns to face his own behaviors and choices of the year past, his and those of all beings, to make sacrifice towards forgiveness and transformation. Seder HaAvodah is mysterious. And it invites us to imagine, to come into the imagining of being there inside the Holy of Holies and inside this strange and wondrous practice. So I want to do that together now in our own way. No matter what our preparations have been leading up to this moment, we have the opportunity to turn ourselves to what is there for us, to scan the past year, our behaviors and our choices, to see them lovingly. That's the key word, to have them be seen lovingly, to ask for help in making change, and to surrender to transformation for ourselves and all beings. Bilvavi mishkan evneh, as the text says, we have this holy indwelling place right here in our hearts. So let's take some time to rest right here now, following the model of the high priest on Yom Kippur. To start, maybe choose a posture from which you want to make these offerings. From wherever you're seated, notice the surface upon which you're resting and admit your weight onto that surface. Notice that you are breathing, being breathed. And as the air spills out of you, see about allowing your body to rest further into the surface upon which you are resting. 3 confessions. Number 1, I bring my palms to rest at the center of my chest. In my heart, I build a tabernacle, and in it, I place an altar. To this altar, I bring the ways I got stuck, the ways I was tight and stingy with my loving, the ways I got hurt, and the ways I was hurtful with my words and my actions, and the ways I was hurtful with my inaction. I see the repetition of behavior I know is not serving myself or those around me. Divine One, I do not know how to change these patterns, but I want to. I come to you asking for your help. I come to you offering up, turning my palms upward, the preciousness of this not knowing, committing to the possibility of change, and with my breath as the fire, surrendering to this transformation. And hearing the holy name spoken, all the people say together, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Blessed is the name of the Holy One, glorious forever. Pilvavi, resting here. Mishkan Evneh, Mishkan Evneh, Pilvavi, Mishkan Evneh, Mishkan Evneh. Number 2, in my heart I build a tabernacle, and in it an altar onto which I bring the offerings of those I know and love, my family, my chosen family, my friends, those in groups I am a part of, those who care for people I love, those who make my days better by their very presence. I come humbly, knowing I do not know what is in their hearts. I hold their hearts in my heart. Yet I imagine that there must be ways that they too get stuck, that they harden, ways they've been stingy with their loving, and ways that they got hurt, ways they were hurtful with their words, with their actions, hurtful through their inaction. They, like me, get caught, I am sure, in repeated patterns of behavior that are no longer serving Divine One. They, like me, may not be able to see the patterns, and when they do, they may not know how to change them. I ask for this on their behalf, calling to mind the names and the faces, letting them pour in those for whom I want to make this offering. Bring them your help in this divine, receiving the preciousness of their not knowing with and their surrendered selves with the gentleness of your forgiveness. May they too be moved to the urgency for change, and with this breath and their breaths as fire, may this not knowing and vulnerability be transformed. And all say together with the palms offering upward, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Blessed is the name of the divine presence, majestic and wondrous forever. Number 3, in my heart I build a tabernacle, and in it an altar, onto which I bring the offerings of all beings humbly. Those I do not know, whom I may never meet, those from down the street and those from across the globe. There are ways we have all gotten stuck, ways we hardened when we didn't mean to, ways we were stingy with our loving, ways we all got hurt, ways we were hurtful with our words and also our actions, and ways we've been hurtful with our inaction. We are all caught in repeating patterns that are no longer serving. Divine One, we do not know how to change these patterns, but I believe we all want to. I ask for this on behalf of all beings. Allow us to bring you the preciousness of our not knowing, receiving this in our surrendered selves with the gentleness of your forgiveness. And I offer this up to you, And we say together, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is the one of infinite loving and mercy. Bilvavi Mishkan Evne Bilvavi Mishkan Evne. The priest, the high priest, emerges elated, face shining, forgiven, cleansed, offering blessings for the new year. There is no temple, we know, and there are no priests. This is our role, our avodah, our holy work and service. We nurture a holy space inside from which we humbly make the offerings of our hearts and souls, admitting that we don't know always what to do, while committing to change for the betterment of our own lives, for the lives of those we know and love, and for the lives of all beings. Thank you. Thank you for this time together.